Hey, good evening, and we are in here. We're live. Welcome in. Appreciate you wherever you may be, whatever time you may be watching it. Thank you for tapping in with us. This is Timeouts and Tangents, and I'm your host, AP. Thank you for joining us this evening. Wanted to come real quick, drop some content, recapping some of these playoff games before we get into Oregon and James Madison. What a way to cap off the weekend. Um, Oklahoma and Alabama to start everything off gave us everything we could have possibly wanted. It started off hot with Oklahoma running up a 17-0 score. Bama stormed back with 24 straight unanswered. Oklahoma came back, kicked the field goal, a little bit of a back and forth, but at the end of the day, Bama pulled away. Here's my thing with that game. A lot of people, when Oklahoma got up to that 17-0 lead, wrote Bama off. And I want everybody who's watching this to understand this. I don't like Alabama, but you cannot count them out. No, Kalen DeBoer is not Nick Saban, but he is still a damn good coach. And I honestly think that he is a better coach than Brent Venables. That Alabama team was hurt. They had to overcome a lot, and they were playing away from home. Now, yes, Oklahoma did beat them in Tuscaloosa, and it took several Bama mistakes to make that victory possible. The same thing happened last night. Oklahoma went up, and Oklahoma made mistakes. They had the ball in their court. They could have put their foot on their neck, but instead they grabbed hold of defeat from the jaws of victory. It was their game to lose and they lost it. But Alabama also played a part in winning it because when they had the opportunity to close the door, they did that. And just because a team goes up 17-0 in the first quarter doesn't mean that game is over when those two squads are evenly matched. That was not what just happened between Tulane and Ole Miss. Ole Miss just now ran up to a 14-point lead on 7 plays against Tulane, and you knew right then and there, no matter what, the game was over. Oklahoma and Alabama are two top-tier SEC teams. Tulane and Ole Miss is a complete mismatch. And you got to see that play out. So you cannot write these upper echelon teams off just because one of them raced out to a big lead. Oklahoma had every reason to run out to a big lead. They're playing at home. The emotion is on their side. The first time in the playoffs since 2019 when LSU beat them like a drum. John Mateus had 2 weeks off. Was feeling better from his thumb surgery. They had a lot to live up to and a lot to look forward to going into that game. Alabama, on the other hand, was limping into that game, having just gotten stomped by Georgia. People judging and questioning them whether or not they should be let in because of how they played against Georgia. So it looked like they should have come out a little bit down because they still had to get their feet underneath them. And that's okay. It's okay for teams to play better as the game progresses. And I feel bad because I sound like a Bama apologist right now. But look, they handled their business. They did exactly what they were supposed to do, and you can't get mad about it at all. So Bama won, as they should have. So we get that game last night. That game closes out. And then we roll into an 11 o'clock kickoff between Texas A&M and Miami. Who's scheduling these games? Why do we not just have Tulane and Ole Miss play at 11 a.m.? That honestly may have been a better advantage to tip towards Tulane's hand a little bit. Give them something. But why is that an 11 a.m. kick? I understand why JMU and Oregon couldn't be an 11 a.m. kick because they're playing in Oregon. That would have put the game at like a 9 a.m. kickoff for them. So, what? But anyway, the game was fantastic. windy conditions outside, so a lot of sloppy mistakes being made on offense, but defenses are stepping up, making plays. Kickers are missing kicks left and right. I believe Miami's kicker was 1 for 4 on the day. Absolutely amazing game. Kadarius Toney catches a punt, breaking it back, fumbles the ball. True freshman is down in the dumps. His team lifts him up just for them to get back in the red zone, put the ball in his hands. He make a play and scores a touchdown. Absolutely amazing. So then we come to the Tulane and Ole Miss game. And anybody outside of Tulane fans knew exactly how this game was going to play out, and it did. 42-10. There's nothing else to say about that game. But let's prepare ourselves, because I think the worst is yet to come as Oregon gets to take on James Madison. And all I can do is scratch my head. I mean, I think Oregon is a 20-point favorite in this game. Take Oregon in the points. Take them in the points. Playing at home in Auten. Take Oregon in the points. And then it leads to the matchups for next week, which I'm looking forward to. Ole Miss gets the rematch against Georgia in the Sugar Bowl. Bama gets to go up to Indiana, which I think that game is going to be more intriguing than what leads on. And I'm leaning towards one team than the other. And Oregon will get to go down. Will get to go to Texas Tech in the Orange Bowl. Another issue I have with the scheduling is the top 4 teams with the byes get such a long break. It's like a month off. That's hard to recover from. And it's something that, caught up with a lot of teams last year. And then not only that, they get robbed of the opportunity of playing a home game. And I think a home field advantage for a team like Indiana would do them wonders going up against the Bama brand. But those are just my thoughts. We'll get more into that as we get closer to that game. And then we look forward to tomorrow, the Saints. Saints versus Jets. Not a top billing game, not a top billing matchup, but it's intriguing nonetheless. 2 teams rebuilding. Should be on the same wavelength, but the Saints actually took a step forward further than what the Jets actually did. And what I like about this matchup is you get to see 2 teams with 2 first-year head coaches that were literally taking 2 completely different approaches. And I think the Saints kind of handled it better. Not to give Mickey Loomis any credit because he messed up a lot of things, but they got the Tyler Shuck situation correct. And I think that that's more Kellen Moore than Mickey Loomis. I trust the evaluation of quarterbacks from Tyler Shuck from Kellen Moore more so than I do Mickey Loomis. And they hit on a lot of their draft picks in this season and it's starting to show. Tyler Shuck in 6 starts is 3-3, and he has an opportunity to have a winning record as a starter. I mean, Spencer Rattler took 11 games to get his first win, and that's rough. And now, not only is Tyler Shuck winning, but he's elevating the talent on the roster. They aren't just winning games with him, they are winning games because of him. Tyler Shuck is now. It doesn't mean he's the quarterback for the next 10 years, but he has at least earned to be the quarterback for the next 10 months. So going ahead into April's draft, we don't have to worry about looking at Fernando Mendoza, Dante Moore, or Ty Simpson, which I doubt he comes back anyway. We don't have to worry about that. And it's good because the quarterback draft classes, from what we thought was supposed to be strong at the beginning of the season, is kind of weak. So having Tyler Shuck, especially on a second-round pick 40, on a rookie contract with some available cap space, will definitely help us out. And tomorrow's going to be a big test for that because we're down a couple key pieces. Devon Vele is not playing. I don't know if Devin Neal's out. I got to check the injury report for that. But I'm looking forward to seeing this game and seeing just how much Tyler Shuck can carry this offense with the injuries that it has, because the expectation is still for him to go out and ball and for the Saints to win. So let's get it. We're definitely going to do some more content. If not late on the night, then definitely tomorrow pregame, a little bit before the Saints game, and definitely post game. So please tap into the channel, tap in with me, and let's do this thing. Let's have fun. Keep checking out the content. Definitely appreciate it. The page, like the page. Follow us on Twitter at TNT underscore pod NOLA, and share it. Subscribe on YouTube. Do all the things you're supposed to do when you're over here. Give the algorithm what it wants. Interact, please. Thank you. I want to do my best to keep the show free. I want to keep it supported by the fans. The only way that we can do that is if we keep engaging with one another. So, with all that being said, I'm going to get out the way because this game is about to kick off. I want to watch it, and I know y'all want to see it more than y'all want to see me. So, let's go enjoy it.